if someone was to take the instrument away from me and tell me I'm never allowed to touch it again, that would be the worst kind of torture I think anyone can ever put me through. I am Rachel Seo and I am originally from Sydney. I am currently a junior at the Juilliard School and I am here for the second Youth Music Culture Guangdong Festival in Guangzhou. I started playing the cello when I was almost 5. So my dad played a DVD of one of the Brandenburg concertos by Bach. From that, he asked me to pick out an instrument. In that video, the cello was the biggest instrument, and that's the one I went for. I guess just because I wanted it for the size. When I hit around 15, my parents had decided, maybe music isn't quite the path they want me to take. It was making me pretty unhappy not being able to focus on music, and I talked to my parents about it, so they gave me an offer. They said either audition for Juilliard and get in or study something else. And the results came, and then they had told me that I got in with enough scholarship, so here I am. YMCG, because it's also organized by Yo-Yo Ma, and a large chunk of the Silk Road Ensemble is going to be here. So basically we had 2 sets of 3-hour orchestra rehearsals a day, and then we had chamber rehearsal, chamber coaching, and had some stretch classes as well for our body. It's a little bit different at school because we have a lot of studying involved as well, and it's not all about the passion of music, but in these festivals, 24 hours a day, every day, it's just all about playing, making music, making art. 谢谢，那明天见。OK， 拜拜。
The only reason I think we're here is to make sure that throughout this 10-day period, that whatever we do, something you will take back home with you.
You kidding? Why wouldn't I spend 2 weeks to come to Guangzhou? I think, well, for me, there's nothing more exciting than spending time with younger people in a way that where there can be a substantial transfer of knowledge, experience. From my own experience, the best times that I've had with people who were my senior, who were my mentors, who were the people I admired, was when they were accessible. Whether it's at summer camp or college, imagine being invited to your professor's home and eating dinner with them and having them talk about their experiences and just sharing all of themselves. We're not teaching a skill, we're teaching a way of thinking.
Yeah, I had the best school year so far, and hopefully it's just as exciting next semester when I'm back to school. Yeah. Good to see you again.
Fearless. She's great. She is out to just do things. She's enthusiastic. She's a very good player. She's got wonderful energy.
Definitely have that style.
It's so different how she produces her sound compared to how we produce our sounds. And so it was hard for all of us to try to imitate how she was making her music. One of the pieces on the program is all improvisational. I've always been very nervous about improvisation, and it's stopped me from doing much of it growing up because I always have a fear that I'm just going to end up sounding really awful, not knowing what I need to do and just not having the guts to do it, you know?
Well, okay, so here's a great example of fear, right? We are afraid of what we don't know. And if we don't know something, we sometimes attribute all kinds of horrible things to it. The thing is, they gave Rachel the opportunity to just jump in the water and you're not going to drown. But you have to start from the inside. And once you're in there, the water is not hurting you. And hopefully when she goes back to Australia, she'll pass on that feeling and that her conquering her fear experience to her friends. But I hope that she's getting what she was hoping to experience by coming here.
1, 2, 3.
Having my mom and my grandparents in the audience was amazing. Very rarely can my family attend because I don't have family in America. But in China, I have my grandparents and my mom flew from home to see me because it's also a lot closer than the flight to America. Every time my family is there, I always feel a lot more enthusiastic and I'm always a lot more excited.
Our group name is Sticks. You will see why we use this name.
We had a marathon concert which went really well and we had a great time. I mean, all of our little antiques like the drums and the feeling there, and we were having fun. We were just smiling. YMCG has taught me that I really love fiddle music and improvising. From now on, with new music, I want to be able to explore a lot more because I just think any music right now is wonderful and I would have so much fun as long as I'm doing something to do with music. I just want to be surrounded by music all the time. It doesn't even necessarily have to mean I have to play music. As long as I am surrounded by musicians, I can help in so many other ways.